Hi, thank you for joining me for today's session tutorial for how to use Hoopla Digital. My name is Alyssa and I work at the Ed Robeson Library in Sun Lakes. So what this program is going to entail is a little bit about Hoopla and what it is and all the fun things that you have access to through Hoopla. Hoopla is honestly one of my favorite resources to use from the Maricopa County Library District. The reason being is because there is no wait list for anything. So everything is readily available. You can read it now. So it's really great for those last minute road trips if you're looking for an audiobook or anything of that sort. So the page that you're seeing right now is our website, the mcldaz.org website. So through this, you'll be able to access Hoopla. There's also apps that you can download, and I'll show you what the icon looks for that in just a couple minutes. But if you were to initially sign up, I always recommend doing it through our website first, as the app can be a little bit finicky and confusing. So what you would do is, if you look at the top left corner, you'll see a module underneath the Maricopa County Library District logo that says eMedia. If you select that, then there is Hoopla about halfway down. See if I can click on it. And then it'll take you to the Hoopla's website, and you can tap Get Started Today in order to sign up for your Hoopla account. It's very easy. It will require you to have an email and a password. And then once you get that established, it'll ask for your library card number and your PIN, the last 4 digits of your phone number. But through this service, you get 15 downloads per month that you're able to download. And it has everything from audiobooks, ebooks, TV shows, music, things like that. So it's a really great resource to take advantage of. Now that I've showed you the website, I'm going to show you what the app looks like as well. So I'm going to go to my home page. I'm using an Apple device, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the App Store. But this app is available through the Google Play Store if you have Android, or the Kindle Store if you are using a Kindle Fire. So I'm going to go to search, and I'm just going to type in Hoopla, Hoopla, and that second search suggestion says Hoopla Digital. That's the one I'm going to select, and it's the first one that comes up, so it's going to be this one here. It's blue, it says Hoopla, Hoopla Digital, and I'm going to download it. Perfect, so once it's downloaded, I'm just going to open it. So this is asking if I wanted to let Hoopla use my Bluetooth. That's completely up to you. If you're hooking it up to a speaker or something, you could say yes. If you're not, then you can just say don't allow. So I don't have an account right now, so what I'm going to do is do the don't have an account sign up at the very bottom. And this is where it's going to ask for an email address and a password. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. There was a little bit of a break in this page. I had to type in an email and a password, so I kind of took that out, and then I clicked next. That's how I got to this page. So I'm going to click allow while using app. And I don't want to save my password. So you'll see it says nearby libraries. It's giving me about 5 different options. I'm going to choose the middle one that says Maricopa County Library District. And then I'm going to click agree. Perfect. So this is where it's going to ask for your card number and your PIN, which I have here. So I'm going to type that in. All right, and so once I entered in all that information, you'll see this page here that says, congratulations, your library allows patrons to borrow up to 15 instant titles each month. So on the first of each month, your 15 titles will renew, so you'll get 15 more credits. Your library offers audiobooks, movies, music, comic books, ebooks, and television titles through Hoopla, and Now I'm just going to show you how to use the app. So I'm going to click continue. So Hoopla has a lot of great features. When you first log in, you'll see what's popular. It's going to give me a bunch of recommendations for no apparent reason. It's kind of like what's popular. Obviously, this is a new account, so it doesn't know what I like yet. But as time goes on, it will kind of like an Amazon suggestion. Like it will go through and say, hey, we saw that you checked out Hamilton. Why don't you check out The Greatest Showman, because it's also a musical. So it'll throw you suggestions like that. There is also a really great feature with Hoopla. So if you have young kiddos that you're looking to borrow titles for, in the top left-hand corner, there is a kids section. So it's going to show you kid-friendly titles. I'm not going to dive so much into that. And actually, Miss Janelle was able to do a Hoopla presentation all about kids. So she has great recommendations, a lot of kids materials that she found very useful, and how to use them using the kids feature. So go check that out. It's Miss Janelle's Hoopla video underneath the youth playlist that's playing now. So I'm going to take off the kids suggestion here. We're going to go back to the adult page. So just for an example, I'm going to show you how to check out something. So I see that very first title here, Local Woman Missing. I'm going to click on that. This is an audiobook, and I knew that because it had headphones next to the title. Underneath the cover of the book, you'll see that it says 11 hours and 40 minutes. That's the approximate listen time, and that is a 2021 book. Below the title of the book, you'll see borrow. So I'm going to click on that, and it'll say borrow title. This title is available for 21 days after you borrow it. The title is available for streaming and downloading on a mobile device. Are you sure you want to borrow this title? It has you confirm it because it will take away one of your credits for the month. So I'm going to click borrow. Click not now. Perfect. So I can either play it here, which if I do that, I would be streaming it. Or if I'm going to take this on a road trip and I don't want to hog up all my data, or I'm using an iPad like I am right now, I can choose download your device. So you will see that. I'll pull it to the top. Right here, it's in blue. It says download to your device. So when I click it, it'll say download, tap to cancel. And the nice thing about Hoopla is that it will tell you when the title gets automatically returned. So basically when your borrowing time expires. So I will have this for 3 weeks. The title will automatically return on Thursday, September 9th at 11:26 a.m. And that is not a joke. It will literally end the borrowing period at 11:26 a.m. However, the nice thing about Hoopla is if you still have credits left and you didn't finish it, you can check it out again and it'll keep your place. So I'm going to click play because I want to show you what the play settings look like here. So keep in mind I am on an iPad, so it may look a little bit different for your iPhone, Android, or Kindle. But all the same features should still be here. So this is an audiobook. At the very top, it's going to tell you what chapter you're on. So we're in opening credits. Then below that, you'll see a timeline here. So you can speed it up and go forward or backwards. Below that, you can go back 15 seconds, which is that 15 inside the circle with the back arrow. If you click the this one here, that is going to be taking you back to the beginning of the chapter. This is your play or pause button. This will let you skip to the next chapter. And then this will let you go forward by 15 seconds. Okay? So below that, you have your sleep timer. So I'm somebody that falls asleep to audiobooks quite often. So when I click on that, I can have the audiobook stop at the end of the chapter after 5, 15, 30, 45 minutes, or you can do a custom up to 2 hours. Next to that is going to be your chapters. So if you were reading this book like in a hardback and you want to switch to the audiobook, you can skip ahead to whatever chapter you were at by using this, and it'll pick up where you left off. Bookmarks, if you were to bookmark something, so I do this specifically for book clubs, or if I'm reading a book for school, I can bookmark something and then come back to it later. So if I were to bookmark where I am right now, if you look in the top right hand corner, there is a bookmark. And once I click it, it says bookmark added. And then if I go to the bottom and I click bookmarks, you'll see that the prologue was bookmarked today at 11:29 a.m. And then my favorite feature in audiobooks is always going to be changing the speed. I'm somebody that talks very fast, and I usually like listening to people who talk relatively fast as well. So if the reader is not reading up to your speed, you can change that. So I'm going to tap right here in the bottom right corner where it says speed. So, and you can slow it down as well. So if the reader talks too fast, you can drop it down to half the time that they are speaking, and it will drop it down just like this. So you have 0.5, you have 1, which is the normal speed, 1.5, 1.75, and 2. You can also customize it, so if you really want to put it to the test, you can do 4 times the speed. I don't recommend it, you won't catch anything, but it is an option, so I am going to let you know that. So that is the basic settings for your audiobook. Like I said, it automatically expires off, so you don't have to worry about returning it. You're not going to gain that credit back if you finish it early, so I always just say don't worry about it. It'll come off when it's ready. So with that, I'm also going to show you an ebook. Reason being is because there's a lot of cool features that come with an ebook. So I'm going to do Girl Alone, which is this first book here under popular ebooks. And I'm going to borrow it just like I did before. You'll notice that underneath the book cover, instead of saying 11 hours and 40 minutes like it did for the audiobook, it'll give you a page count instead. Same thing, your title is going to be out for 21 days. I agree, so I'm going to borrow it. And then I'm just going to click read. You again can download this title to your device if you're reading it on a road trip, so just be aware of that so you're not sucking up all your data. I'm going to go to read. And ebooks do take a couple more minutes just because it's calculating pages and such. All right, so I'm going to go to a page where we have some words here. Perfect, so here's the prologue. So this is page 11 out of 167. So I'm going to tap in the very middle of the book, and you'll see that more menus come up at the very top. So I'm going to be looking specifically at the top right corner. You'll see a magnifying glass. So if you're looking for a specific term, character, or event that happened, you can type that in using the search, and then it's going to search the book for that phrase. I use this especially when I'm checking out books for a homework assignment or a book club or something along those lines. It's very helpful. On a regular basis, I'm not sure that that would be a function that you use very often, but it is there if you would like to use it. I'm going to click cancel on that one. So then you'll see that there is the 3 dots and the 3 lines next to the magnifying glass. So I'm going to tap on that. This is going to be your chapters. So again, if you wanted to skip ahead to chapter 4, this would be the best way to do it. It'll also have your bookmarks and your highlights available. So this tells you right here that you can add highlights, tap and hold on a word, you can extend the selection to include the entire passage, then tap highlight, you can add to notes and to the highlighted passages later by tapping on highlight. So let's try that out. So I'm just going to go here and do the first one. We'll do the first sentence and then highlight. And then there's the option to add note. You can change the highlight color to blue. And so when you come off it, it'll be highlighted in blue. Again, I think that's a very helpful feature, especially for homework or book clubs. In your everyday reading, probably not as helpful. But I would say that the most helpful feature of this whole thing is going to be changing the text size for your book. I don't have great eyes, and so I find this very helpful. So if you look again to your top right-hand corner, you're going to see a big A and a little a. So I'm going to tap on that icon. You can change your brightness, so if you need to dim it or make it brighter, you can do that. This is where you can increase your text size, so you can keep going and going and going until it's something that you're comfortable with. The theme is going to be the background of your book, so you can make it dark, you can make it light, you can change it to sepia, however you like. If the spacing is weird and you want it to be larger, you can do that as well. When scrolling down, you'll see that there is a 2-column option, so that is going to show the book. If you choose 2 columns, it's going to show the book like you just opened up a book and you have the first page and the second page. If you don't enable that, it's just going to show you 1 page at a time. And then vertical scrolling would just be like if you're on a website and you just keep scrolling up to read the book rather than turning the pages from left to right. And then tapping the center again, you'll see that there is the bookmark next to the A's, which again is very helpful if you wanted to keep your place. So again, you get these for 3 weeks at a time. If you scroll down and you're looking for similar authors, it'll give you suggestions as well. And then I'm just going to scroll back and I'm going to go back to our home page. So I went through audiobooks and ebooks. I'm going to talk a little bit about the media that is available through Hoopla as well. So if you look to the bottom of your home page, you'll see My Hoopla, which if I scroll up, it'll tell you what I've borrowed. You also have a home and a borrowed feature right at the top as well. So you have My Hoopla at the bottom, and then you have video next to that. So if I tap on that, it'll give you a bunch of movies and TV shows that you can check out. So the thing about TV shows is each episode is going to be 1 credit. So you don't get a whole season for 1 credit. So just be aware of that, because you may not be able to download a whole season in one go. Okay, and so next to video, you'll see music. So if you do a lot of streaming, this is a really good place to look. You'll see that some of the more popular ones are on here. We have Queen, we have Olivia Rodrigo, we have Broadway hits, and even some new things. So I know the Dan and Shay CD had just come out not too long ago, and that's already on here. So it's definitely worth taking a look at. The thing about CDs is that they are checked out for 7 days. And to go back to videos, because I forgot to mention this, these are checked out for 72 hours. So you get 3 days on these, and when you click on it, it'll tell you here. This title is available for 3 days after you borrow it. Okay, and then the last one that I will go over is books. And this is really cool because when you tap on books, you can split it up between audiobooks, comics, or ebooks. And so it's based off your preferences at this point. So if you're looking for a specific author, there's always a search button in your bottom right-hand corner. So I'm going to type in Disney and then search, and a bunch of Disney things are going to pop up for me. So just to give you a rundown of Hoopla Digital, it is free to use with your Maricopa County Library card. You just have to create an account with an email and a password, and then it'll ask you for your library card number and your PIN, last 4 digits of your phone number. Hoopla allows you to check out up to 15 items, that's 15 items per month, and will restart on the 1st of every month. Ebooks and e-audiobooks are going to be checked out for 21 days. Videos and TV shows are going to be checked out for 3 days. And music CDs are going to be checked out for 7 days. You can download these onto your device, that way you're not hogging up your data from your cell phone. And yeah, that's basically how you use Hoopla. Last thing is just in the top right hand corner, you have your settings wheel. So if you ever change your library card number, this is where you're going to need to change that. If you're going to stream it to a TV, you can do that here, and you can change your notification settings. Other than that, that is pretty much how you use Hoopla. If you have any questions about it, always feel free to use Ask a Librarian, our Book a Librarian service, or just come into the branch with your device. We're more than happy to help you with Hoopla. Thank you so much for coming to this presentation, and I hope that you learned something cool.